Tips to learn to sleep on your back. I'm having hip surgery in January and will have to sleep on my back for weeks. I'm currently a stomach and side sleeper, so I'd like to start working on it now so I'm not even more miserable after surgery. Plus my surgeons mentioned it wouldn't be bad for me to become a back sleeper in general. So for those of you that used to hate sleeping on your back but do it now, what are your tips and tricks? Not a hip replacement, a Pau Organs osteotomy for anyone that is familiar with it. ETA, my husband hasn't heard me snore before, but I will ask him to listen for it as I transition to sleeping on my back. This is kinda silly, but when I had to do this cause of cancer surgery, I got a big teddy bear whose head fits perfectly under my chin, and to this day I sleep on my back with my bear. Its name is Sleep. I'm 62 and 6 years cancer-free. Pillow under the knees. Upvoting to find out more about this. Only way I can sleep on my back is if I'm dead tired. I use a wedge pillow and lots of other pillows to support myself in as much comfort as possible. Do you have a cat? My way is to lay flat on my back with my legs open and my cat falls asleep there. He's then so cute I'm forced to stay on my back. Sorry, likely not exactly helpful, but it does work for me. Okay, I'll preface by saying I loathe sleeping on my back, but I've figured out how to do so comfortably for me. I have pretty severe osteoarthritis in my knees, which is only painful when sleeping on my side, even with a pillow between my knees. The only sleep position that isn't painful is on my back. I use my knee pillow, which is just a king-size regular pillow under my knees when I'm on my back. I also form my head pillow so it comfortably supports my neck. I also have a ruptured cervical disc. I don't know if you snore, but I've always been a snorer, and it was especially bad on my back. Made it impossible to back sleep. A friend of mine got a CPAP and said it changed his life. I did a sleep test and it was negative for sleep apnea, but I got a CPAP anyway to try it, and it's pretty awesome. Snoring is now at 0, and I can sleep on my back no problem. I feel more comfortable sleeping on my stomach or side, but I often wake up with a little bit of soreness from these positions. No pain from back sleeping. So for me anyway, a CPAP was crucial for back sleeping. I grind my teeth in my sleep, and I used these 3 things to help me learn to sleep on my back as to avoid clenching my jaw. Keep your knees elevated with a body pillow. Place 1 or 2 pillows behind you to prop your back up to roughly a 30-degree angle. Alter it to where you're comfortable. Most important is to avoid thinking you need to lay perfectly straight. In the process of learning to sleep on your back, something that helped a lot was leaning to one side as if you're going to turn onto your side, slight rotation in the hips and knees bent a little. It's a great way to adjust into becoming a full back sleeper. I make a pillow cage around me and slide one under my knees. If it doesn't keep you awake, listening to audiobooks can give your brain something to focus on instead of how much you want to turn over. I toss and turn a lot before falling asleep, and audiobooks helped me learn to sleep on my left side gastric reflux. Now I listen every night and really enjoy it. Keeps my brain from racing, too. When I had my hip replacement, I used a pillow under my knees, and for the first several weeks I slept semi-sitting up with pillows behind my back. Then I gradually removed pillows until I was laying flat. Interestingly enough, now I sleep a lot on my back versus before surgery where I slept on my side. After my hip surgery about 2 years ago, I slept in my nice cushy recliner, fully reclined, for about 2 weeks. Definitely kept me from rolling on my side. Now, sleeping in bed with a thinner pillow, I tend to fall asleep quickly on my back. Feels good to stretch out. Hope you have an easy time of it and speedy healing. I had the opposite problem. I used to snore and have sleep apnea. My doc advised I learn to sleep on my side. So I sewed a tennis ball into the back of my PJs so I couldn't sleep on my back. Ultimately, the cure for me was taking up cycling and losing weight. Now I can sleep however I like. Just FYI, many people experience a difference in their dreams when they switch to sleeping on their back. This is normal and nothing to worry about. I broke my collarbone a couple years ago and slept with an extra pillow wedged under that side so I couldn't roll onto it. The pain woke me up anyway, but it was a good reminder. I also slept with a full-body U-shaped pregnancy pillow while recovering from surgery, which helped me not move around as much in my sleep. I wonder if one of those might help you stay on your back if you're tucked into a nest-like situation. Weighted blanket, 17 pounds is good. Confined space. I have a CPAP machine, and have become a back sleeper out of necessity. I have one of those neck roll pillows, and I also put a pillow under my knees. The good news is that a big wrinkle on my face faded once I started sleeping on my back. Music earbuds in your ears when sleeping. You'll wake up each time you turn and roll onto an earbud in your ear. Ooh, that's not easy. That said, I got this amazing U-shaped memory foam body pillow about a year ago for back pain, and while I used to be a side sleeper, I find that this pillow makes it comfortable to sleep on my back. Honestly, it's like being in this cozy nest. I wish I'd found it years ago. I changed my mattress to a softer one and got a thinner pillow. Maybe you could start with the smaller pillow? I had to switch years ago and I still miss it, lol. It will be difficult, but you have to stick with it. I have a pillow under my upper legs and pillows on my sides. If you feel something next to you, you may not try to turn over. I can only sleep on my back when I have pillows propping up my arms at my sides. Something about having both arms elevated feels so relaxing. I especially like it with a big wrap-around pillow like a pregnancy pillow. I feel all snuggled and supported. Something about my arms at my sides without pillows feels uncomfortable. Like I'm laying on the floor. I had bars placed into my chest a few years ago and couldn't sleep on my side for about 5 months. I got a wedge pillow for my back and placed a pillow under my knees once I was able to get into my bed again. Before that, I had a lift chair because I couldn't handle lying down. Sleeping was miserable on my back, but eventually, you just get so worn down that you just don't care anymore. Headphones, big bulky headphones. Lay on back, pillow under each arm, like armrests. You've just got to be really proud and confident in yourself. Look in the mirror before you go to bed and repeat the mantra, I rock. I'm awesome. The world is a better place with me here, like you're the evil queen in Snow White. If you don't believe your words, just fake it till you make it. Gotta be confident to sleep on your back, not like us balled up side sleeping losers. So you're not really sleeping on your back if you have pillows wedged on either side of you, and you tilt your head, winking face. For me it was about feeling the pressure on the side of my body that I needed. I made the switch a while back and I absolutely love it now. The biggest thing I did was read in bed. If I read long enough I'll eventually start to nod off, so instead of rolling over I'd just stay on my back. That was step 1. The second step was that if I woke up in the middle of the night, say before 3:30 am, I knew I'd most likely fall back to sleep quickly, so if I wasn't on my back I'd switch to my back. That's it. I didn't worry about being perfect with it, but I just kept doing it, and over time it has become far more comfortable to sleep on my back than in any other position, and my neck problems are gone. 3 pillows under your head and 2 under your legs. It's almost impossible to roll over. I had to do it 15 years ago for neck, back and leg injuries and still do it. The pillow you use under your head is everything. If it's high like a side sleeper pillow, your neck will have you turning over in your sleep, plus you'll wake up with a headache and shoulder issues. I went through like a dozen pillows before I found the winner, which is an adjustable one from Amazon. Good luck. In my belly sleeper trying to switch, and I saw a TikTok from a sleep doctor recommending getting a very soft pillow and wearing it almost like a yoke. A was of pillow over each shoulder and your neck draped over the skinny part. I really enjoy the feeling and it helps me get to sleep on my back.